What's up, guys? It's your boy Super Mario Retros. I've added a lot of stuff to the game room since my last game room tour, so I want to do a quick little update for you guys. As you can see, the shelves are full. Let's get started. Alright guys, so I want to start off with the center console right here. You guys may remember, if you've seen my game room tour, that these shelves were pretty much empty for the most part. I did have the Power Rangers Megazord on that corner and probably something on that corner, and that's because I kind of wanted to keep it clean cut, but I decided to bring out all my toys, anything I had in storage, anything I had in the closet, and just kind of go ahead and do some organized chaos going on. So here, let's start on this side. So you guys have already met my Turbo Man figure up there, still there. I did add a Funko Pop that I found at Movie Trading Company. Got it for like $3, so went ahead and bought it and added it to the shelf. We do have the popcorn bucket and sipper from Super Nintendo World there. Super Nintendo Mini. I saw this at Walmart. This is because of the new movie. They have so many Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle products, so this is kind of a re-release of the 1989 figure. So couldn't pass up on it. I thought it looked great on the shelf, and these are going for about $19.99, so went ahead and bought it, added it there. Also, I took out my party wagon. This is an original party wagon right here. As you see, we got Leonardo, Michelangelo on the inside. I picked those two figures up at Retropalooza. Decided to bring it out, guys, so part of the game room now. Wanted to go for the retro vibes. I know a lot of you guys know me for Super Nintendo and all that, and Mario stuff, but I want to kind of have just retro things, anything retro, anything from the 90s. As you guys know, I'm a big time thrifter, so anytime I find something cool, I go ahead and pick it up. This is from the more recent Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie. I got it for like $1 at the thrift store, and this is probably about a year ago. I just kind of had it in the closet. I actually was going to sell it, but I kind of like it, so kind of a little contrast to the retro party wagon there. We got the tank here from the newer movie. So I'll go ahead and just leave it there. It looks good for now. We have the Bop It that you guys have seen in my previous videos. We have an Inspector Gadget. Near complete. I do have the hat, but it's missing the watch. And I picked that one up as a kid, so that one's original. We do have fire-breathing Bowser right here. You guys have probably seen some of the shorts that I've done on it. And we have a complete in-box Goldar that I added to the shelf. I picked this one up at Retropalooza. If you guys haven't seen my Retropalooza video, I highly recommend it. It was so much fun. Go ahead and watch it. You'll see how much I picked this figure up for. It was amazing. And I still do have the original Megazord and Dragon Zord here on display. Now, in case you haven't seen my game room video, I'll go ahead and show you the shelf here. I have added some more stuff. Again, I was going for organized, but decided it's time to just kind of do some chaos here. So as you guys see, I do have Scrooge McDuck from DuckTales here. I found him at the thrift store recently, and I got it for $3. And you guys know I like reselling things, but this one is too awesome. So even though I paid $3 for it, it's probably gonna end up being very expensive, because now I want DuckTales, and I want DuckTales 2, which you guys know it's one of the heavy hitter games on the NES. I probably won't be getting it anytime soon, but makes me want it for sure. All right, guys, you guys probably already remember my CRT, the mini TV with the VHS player there. I did pick up Reptar, and I do have a Nickelodeon Time Blaster. I got this one ultra cheap because it was as is, needs repair, and I need to open it up. Hopefully, yeah, I'm pretty good with stuff like that, so hopefully I can get it working. But for now, it looks amazing right there. And I give all the credit in the world to Game Boy Zero. If you guys aren't following him, he gave me the inspiration on this. It's super retro, super 90s. I grew up watching Rugrats, grew up watching Nickelodeon, so super awesome. And it looks great on top of the TV right there. As you guys know, since my last video, I've kind of picked up some Jurassic Park stuff. So here is a T-Rex that I picked up at my local thrift store for $3. They still sell this one. They sell this one, and it goes for like 50 or 60 bucks. So you guys saw where I put a little Mario cap on the top. It fell off, so I need to find a better way to do it. But I'm also a big Jurassic Park fan, so super happy to have this one. And he's just kind of chilling there in the center console there, so looking cool. All right, guys, so on my game room tour, you guys met my Super Mario shelf where I have over 140 Mario games. and it was my only shelf. That was kind of an early video because I was not done with this game room, and since then I have added the second shelf, which has been my goal. I do have a Super Famicom. If you guys saw one of my very first videos on YouTube, I kind of did an unboxing of that, so I kept the box there. I have added a retro 1989 Super Mario figure to the collection. He's super awesome. So he sits here, and he sits opposite to the newer Mario on that side. Whoa. So guys, for this shelf, what I really was aiming for, or what I am aiming for, because it's still a work in progress, is just kind of a 90s retro shelf. Of course, this is the Mario shelf, so this is all Mario stuff for the most part. I wanted this to be retro, so anything retro, anything from the 90s. As you guys know, I'm a huge Goosebumps fan, so I have all my Goosebumps books here. I think I'm close to 50 right now. I actually just added a few, and I think my most recent one is this one here. No, that's not it. I picked one up like literally yesterday. This one. I picked this one up for $2 at Half Price Books. I'm always checking. And if you guys know, the Give Yourself Goosebumps series is a little bit harder to find, so I was super happy to find this one. Check out that sticker from the Scholastics Book Fair. So guys, for the meantime, I'm trying to fill it in just so it doesn't look empty. This isn't the final result, but I am gonna have my Genesis games here. For Genesis, I'm collecting games that I strictly had as a kid, not necessarily anything in particular. Mainly games that I enjoyed as a kid. So if you guys watched my Retropalooza video, we have Tiny Toons here. I've actually already paid it since I got it. Still tough, still gets kind of tough. X-Men 2, which I had as a kid, never beat. NBA Jam, which is such an amazing game. We have All Real Monsters. We have Taz and Escape from Mars, Sonic 2, Power Rangers, the movie, which I actually beat the other night, just random, on a random night. You can beat it in about an hour. And probably the game I put the most hours into ever. We have a 6-pack, which has Streets of Rage and Golden Axe, things like that. So my goal right here is to purchase some 3D stands, kind of like I have for the Nintendo 64 games. That way I can kind of display my favorite Genesis games and put them there. And ideally, I want to have a Game Gear, and I'd like to put it kind of right here. I'll relocate this, and this could kind of be like the Sega section. He-Man's there just chilling for now. He's actually on my Macari, if anybody's interested. He's for sale, along with some of the other stuff like Pikachu and Raichu here. Picked those up at the thrift store. Unbuilt, had so much fun building them, but now they're on Macari, and for now, until they sell, they're just hanging out on the retro shelf. But one thing I do want to collect is Power Ranger stuff, so I have Power Rangers the movie on DVD, along with a bunch of cool VHS movies. If you guys have seen my Goodwill video that I did recently, you'll see I picked up the Flintstones movie, which is a classic. So I want to collect VHS, but I want to be very selective on which ones I collect because limited space. I don't want to jump ahead, but we do have Jurassic Park down there along with Jurassic Park the Genesis game. And if this shelf is going to end up being my Power Ranger shelf, I'd love to have one of the Tiger Power Ranger handhelds right here. They don't go for very much. I can pick one up for about $10, but hoping to find one in the wild versus having to order it online. This next one here is the Jurassic Park section. So as you see, we have some Funko Pops there. I have 2 other dinosaurs that I also found at the thrift store, and I got those for about $3 each. We have Jurassic Park the VHS, Jurassic Park the Genesis games, which to be honest is kind of a bad game. It kind of sucks, but I had it growing up, so I wanted it. And it looks cool on the shelf there, kind of little Jurassic Park shrine. And then last but not least, this is just filler for now. I want to fill this up with potentially Pokemon stuff. Once I start getting more, or once I kind of dig out what I do have, this will probably end up being kind of a Pokemon shelf. Speaking of Pokemon, I actually just picked this one up. This is my current adventure. So I actually got it on Whatnot using some credits that I had, some referral credits. So I appreciate you guys if you signed up. I'll go ahead and put the link below. If anybody else does want to sign up, you get $10, but this isn't a sponsor or anything like that. Just super awesome that I was able to get Pokemon Shield. I actually got it for free. All I did is pay shipping and taxes. So I got Pokemon Shield for $6, and that's my current adventure right now on the Switch. And for now, the bottom of the shelf has just become kind of my little plushie area. And I do have the Sonic Igloo Igloo sponsored me on that video, so if you guys haven't seen it, I don't know if I talked about it on my recent video, but we do have the Sonic there. We have Club Mochi Mochi and Penguin Mario, which I found at Thrifty. All right, guys, going to the other side of the room. I have this big window here, so it makes it hard to really display anything on that side. But looking up top, we do have the Super Mario Bros. Movie figures, which I think I talked about last time. I made a whole video about my collection of Super Mario movie toys. I actually want to get Wave 2 eventually, if I can sell some stuff and kind of use it towards that. That way I can feel right in my head about the purchase, or kind of rationalize my purchase. So if I get Wave 2, I'll make a Wave 2 Super Mario Bros. Movie figure review. But most important thing here, guys, I added a mini shelf to this side of the wall. This is kind of a small wall right there. As you can see, if I zoom out, it's kind of an awkward wall in between the windows, so didn't have too much room, but I made the shelf, which is actually thinner than my other two shelves. As you can see, these are a lot thicker and they're about the size of a DVD case or game case, which, by the way, guys, I make my own shelves. That's kind of a life hack if you're very particular about how you want your stuff to look. But nonetheless, I decorated the top with just the box to my Switch. This was the Switch that my wife got me a few years ago and kind of got me into the modern side of gaming. We do have the Jax Mario there, once again, to contrast retro Mario on this side. And I went ahead and used the very top shelf for my Game Boy. So I do have two Game Boy Pockets with the matching camera there. Red and blue. The blue one is my original from when I was a kid. You guys probably saw it in my original game tour video. We have a DMG Game Boy, which I backlit myself. And I actually worked on it recently because the sound was kind of messed up, but I resoldered some stuff and it's working perfectly again. I love that Game Boy DMG. We have this random Super Mario power-up game that is fun, but it also looks great on display right there. We have my collection of Yoshis, which these have been sent to me from Jax, so super grateful about those. All with the exception of this random orange Yoshi, which we found thrifting. Got it for like $1, and it's so random because I had these other colors already, so that one makes it cool to add it on the shelf and kind of give it some colorful look there. And then I wanted to display all my Game Boys, so I do have a Game Boy Macro, which I kind of talked about in the past. It's a DS Lite. You take a broken DS Lite and kind of mod it to play a bunch of games, and it's pretty cool. We do have my Game Boy Advance there, which is backlit with the 101 screen. We have the Switch Lite box to my daughter's Switch, which kind of works because it holds them up and gives the shelf a little bit more color. And then we have the famous collection of Super Mario Wiimotes. We got Peach, Bowser, Toad, Luigi, Yoshi, and Mario. I love this, and I wanted them to be on display, so this shelf ended up being the perfect spot for them. I also have just a random Kirby amiibo right there. That's just a filler for now. I'm sure I'll find a good spot for it. And I just noticed that this is here. In case anybody's wondering, this is actually how you put water in the water or fire breathing Bowser. So it comes with that little dropper there. And then the very bottom shelf here, we have the Super Mario Bros. Movie plumbing van, along with my collection of Cat Mario figures. We have Mario, Luigi, Peach, and Toad, which they recently just released. That's from Super Mario 3D World, which I love that game, so I had to have the figures to go with them. As you guys can see, that's kind of the mini shelf there, but it works great. It's still a work in progress, so I pretty much love these top three. This bottom one I could potentially still change if I find better things. They all could potentially change, but for the time being, that's the only one that's kind of just doesn't seem just right yet. On this shelf, it's pretty much in the direction that I wanted to head, but we'll see. The bottom shelf will probably still change. This may get changed around. Right here I want the Power Rangers Tiger handheld to go there. I want a Game Gear. I want a Game Gear in general, but it's gonna look awesome when I put it there. And then my Genesis games on a 3D stand there. And guys, I may have already talked about this in the previous video, but just in case, because I'm always moving stuff around. These are the cubbies. These are like the IKEA cubbies, but I actually got them at Target just because there's not an IKEA near me. but I do have all my consoles in there. So we have Xbox One, 3DS, Famicom, NES, Super NES, we got a Super Famicom, Nintendo 64, GameCube, we have the Bowser Airship, we have the Bowser Castle, we have an Xbox One, not an Xbox One, an Xbox Original, we have a PlayStation 1, we have a Sega Genesis, which I actually have Sonic and Knuckles in there. I play that one a lot. And as I zoom in, I notice I still don't have the backing on there, so that's still another step that I'm waiting to do. This side does have the backing, which I did myself. This side, no backing yet. Anyways, we have the Switch Lite, we have a Switch, the Wii U, the Wii, the Xbox One. All in all, guys, just a quick video. I want to give you an update of the game room. It's going to constantly be changing. It's not anywhere near done or where I want it to be now. Still a lot of work to do. And this is kind of a happy place, so I'm always changing it. I'll be sitting here chilling, and then next thing you know, I'm like, this needs to go there, this needs to go there, and it's always changing. So I wanted to give kind of a game room update. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Please subscribe, leave me a comment, check out my other videos. Lots of cool videos. I just did a Retropalooza video, which was amazing. I had so much fun there. Check out some of the stuff I picked up, okay? Thanks for watching, and peace out.